すべての鐘は鳴り響いた。フェイト、グランドオーダー、コスモス・イン・ザ・ロストベルト、妖精円卓領域、アバロン・ルフェ。巡礼の旅の終わり、冬の玉座は誰の手に。
Hello everyone, welcome back for some more Let's Play Fate Grand Order. We are heading north to the northern plains, specifically to the town of Londinium. Let me tell you, playing this and the Great Ace Attorney at the same time, it's a bit strange, because we're getting all the Brits all at once. Also strange, Avenger enemy. Just unexpected more than anything. Why would I use anything other than this strategy for now? Let's continue with this, because one, I get big points up. I get lots of relationship points, which is really good. I still do want to get you up there so I can get you your bonus. Although, I mean, what's your other append skill actually? Anti-saber? Crit resist up? Oh, that's super useless. Loading magical energy is definitely what we want to go for. I also do need to max out gills, because to use gill for looping, which I did, reloading. I need to get him maxed out for his Noble Phantasm 2, the last one there, because then that means that he's good to go on turn 1 with getting him all maxed out there. But otherwise, yeah. I see there's some people who are against the reload system, that they're like, oh, arts is better. And also the whole arts is dead thing, I was misinformed. It is still useful. It's just that now we have this as an option. But here's the thing. Big number go up, big number go burr, and Berserker do good damage to everyone. Once I get myself Oberon, and I will, then big number go big number. And yay. I hope you understand. Let's get going. I need my coffee. Let me sip my coffee. Unfortunately, my Canadian lifestyle means that I have to record these videos at about 5 in the morning. Well, it's 6 now at least, because I had to do some stuff, but it's the only time I can record, so bear with me. So, now that we've put some distance between us and Camelot to avoid any possible trouble with royal soldiers who just didn't know about the Queen's orders not to harm us, we've moved along the northern border. Oh, yeah. And came across a chocolate field. It's truly a sight to behold. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't chocolate grow on trees? On the cocoa tree? And you get the cocoa beans, and then you have to align the crystals? Do you know that chocolate makers need to align crystals to make chocolate? Yeah, they play a puzzle game. Whole different life than what we're used to. Whoa, there's chocolate growing straight out of the ground. It's almost like you see in science fiction and stuff. They're like, welcome to the meat fields where we grow our meat. I couldn't do that. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be honest. Like, hey, I'm all for the ethical treatment of animals, but I am not eating stuff that is basically Resident Evil, Akira ending monster goo. I'm eating real meat. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Maybe my grandchildren, like that wasn't gonna happen, but if they want to eat it, whatever, you know. My children, my grandchildren, sure, that's on them. I'm sorry. I'm only ever eating real meat for my life. Candy! No way. How the hell does this work? I have to take a closer look. What are you two doing? That field doesn't belong to you. You should be ashamed of yourselves trampling someone else's field with your dirty shoes. If you're gonna go around tasting this stuff, you need to do so from one of the edges.
Whoa! A field full of the deluxe premium chocolate bars Lady Aurora once gave me a tiny piece of. This can't compare to a carrot, but it may well be the sweetest thing I've ever tasted.
I'm not joining them. I don't love chocolate that much. It's all so good, so sweet. It's a little messy, but it's still just so yummy. I'm glad to see you're all enjoying yourselves. How can you be so relaxed about this, Oberon? We still need to keep an eye out for any signs of pursuit. What is it, Gareth? Aren't you gonna jump in there with him? He's gonna be like, I can't. I'm a dog. That'll kill me. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Everyone please settle down. You can't eat that chocolate. Too much chocolate in their mouths to speak coherently. Oh no, it's the chocolate that makes you inflate. Oh no, I knew it. These are Knocknereave's chocolate fields. I've heard about them. They're made with paralysis agent, charm, and calories at the wazoo. Any fairy tastes this chocolate becomes a hopeless chocoholic. Oh, we gotta take them to Chocoholics Anonymous. And they spend the rest of their lives doing whatever Knocknereave says for the rest of their lives, according to Gareth's own research. They don't know what Gareth is talking about. Even the Moors want chocolate. Crap. Casually wipes out the fingers. Even he was noshing. These Moors just pop up out of the field. They must have been lying in wait to ensnare any fairies that succumb to chocolate paralysis. First, fairies eat the chocolate, then the Moors eat the fairies. What a perfectly devious predatory tactic. And I'm afraid none of the others will be of any help now that their veins are full of chocolate poison. Come on, Muramasa, this one's all up to us. Got it. Good luck, Gareth. Muramasa, why'd you just take a step back? And what's that you're holding behind you? Sorry, it was right there in arm's reach, so I just couldn't help myself. Some wise elder you turned out to be. You know, every old person's got a little candy that they keep in their pocket, you know, as a treat. They put it in their hand and say, that's a treat for later. That's what they do. That's how old people live their lives. All right. Oh, they're literally chocolate. Oh no! The poisonous chocolate. Did that do something? Did that cut our HP? It might have. I can't tell if we're just lost a little bit there or not. Well, time to poop, scoop, and loop. Am I right? Alright, let's start with this. 1, 2, 3. Alright. I gave her a command code just for the fact that I thought it would be cool. There's no reason, you know. Sometimes I put them on because there's like strategies involved. Other times it's just because I think it would look cool on them, you know. There's a few servants that are like really need the certain command codes, like Youngie Fei. You really want to use the one that inflicts burn, the ones that inflict burn on her. Like that is huge, right? That is so important. The others, like, there's not much for others that you really need to do. It's a nice thing you can do, but it's super optional. Oh, poison on Robin Hood. Because how his Noble Phantasm can do massive damage if someone's poisoned. So if you need to poison them quickly, you can use one of the ones that inflict poison on an attack before the Noble Phantasm, and you're good. Big Thunder Monster. That's a reference to, like, isn't there like a Big Thunder Crunch chocolate bar? Am I right? Big Thunder chocolate. Am I right? Oh yeah, Big Thunder chocolate bar is the Japanese candy. It is the Japanese chocolate bar that you give to people when it's the courtesy chocolate at Valentine's Day, right? It's the go-to, like, I respect you as a person, but I don't have any feelings towards you. Like, that's the type of bar that it is. So you're not actually going to get anything on that, which is a shame. But let's go boop, boop. Switch you out. Okay, and we'll go this on you. Yeah, unfortunately we won't be getting that, but that's fine. We'll do this here. See if we even need it, honestly, with how many buffs we have. No, the curse procced, which means you're definitely still alive, but just barely. You'll die in our crit here. Yeah, there we go. Good stuff. What a team. What a team. And all it took is, you know, a bunch of evil... That was another thing I saw people saying. They're like, I don't like the Buster reloading because everyone involved in it is mean. They're mean characters. It's like, oh, please. let's not. That's weird to really care about like the quality of the character. Like people have asked me, what would you do if, Shinji was a pseudo servant? And I would say I'm going to summon him, and if he's good, I'm going to use him. I can still hate him, but if he works, that's fine, Huh? Does this mean none of you are paralyzed? Sorry, Gareth, but no, we're totally fine. I don't think this chocolate is poison at all. Or maybe Artoria isn't actually a fairy. That's right. Incidentally, when people refer to chocoholics, they're talking about people who just really love chocolate or who'll go all the way north just to have some. I'm pretty sure it's not actually a medical condition, unlike gamer disease. Oh wow, you're right. Oh, it's good. It's sweet and crunchy. It doesn't even make me thirsty. I feel much more alert now, too. Still, it's a rare luxury good, and these fields do belong to Knocknereave, so if you keep sampling the chocolate without permission, well, see for yourselves. Ah, crap, there's a huge army headed this way, but hang on, what the hell are they wearing? Seemingly nothing.
Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo.
Damn it, they got us surrounded, these numbers. It's like this honeybee-like magical energy pressure, it's... Hello? Hello? Who's this? That's far enough, you shameless tourists. You've got a lot of nerve eating your fill of my chocolate. Or is this your way of applying to be my slaves down to my great-great-grand successor? I'd recognize that voice anywhere? Oh, frick, you get a whole new, really good sprite. God, what a costume. That's right, now throw yourselves at my feet and beg forgiveness. I don't care what backwater town you fairies hail from. One look at this beauty should tell you all you need to know about who you're dealing with. Now on that note, I, Queen Knocknereave, pass judgment on these foul chocolate thieves. That's 1 count of stealing government property, 1 count of smuggling valuable cultural property, 1 count of dining and dashing, and 1 count of... Yes, Majesté? What? Yes, Majesté. That's French, isn't it? It is... is it Les Majestés? Or is it ES? Oh, it's L. It's Les Majestés. Is an offense against the dignity of the ruling head of state or the state itself. Oh, it's crime against the crown. Okay. Huh. I love learning new words from video games. For real. It's my favorite thing. People are always like, why do you stop and look up words or phrases? Because I love learning them. It's great. That's how I learned how to read was playing Pokemon. For these 4 crimes, I sentence you all to spend the next 100 years packaging chocolate for retail. After which, you'll live out the rest of your days in Edinburgh while receiving a comfortable pension to match the contributions for your labor. What a villain. I knew it. Woo, you rock, Mev. Panties out, too. I mean, really out. In fact, you're kind of just wearing a variant on Karen's outfit. What? Are we gonna do Queen Mab? Are we doing that? We, even though they're apparently super unrelated and one may or may not be named after the other, and it's confusing. Let's do that. That'd be cool. That'd be a cool little thing. I first met her in Gloucester about 5 years ago. She was like a storm in a bottle, and she was the first fairy I got to know outside my village. Oh, really? Not that it's any surprise, but for a born ruler, there's nothing better than kicking all your would-be rivals to the ground. The first princess pageant in 100 years, and I'm the clear winner. Now, go out there and tell everyone in Britain that Knocknereave is the new queen of the Northern Fairies. Man, I didn't even make it past... Oh, was this the princess pageant? I didn't even make it past the preliminaries, let alone get a chance to go on stage. But that's okay. She doesn't have her little hat. She has a different stick. Huh. That's a lot of effort for a sprite we're probably going to see maybe once more. That's okay. I'm only here because everyone in the village insisted I come anyway. Plus, I can't think of anything more idiotic than a princess pageant. Besides, all I really wanted was to see what things were like outside the village for once. I feel like an idiot. What am I even doing out here? I should be back home helping with the harvest. But no, I just had to come here to help my political campaign and to show everyone that Oh! You are Mab's successor. Interesting. Okay. Alright. And to show that Mab's successor means business. I swear, when are the elders going to stop treating me like a greenhorn anyway? Not to mention the judge's criteria for beauty is just laughable. Don't they know real beauty comes from living a life you can be proud of, not what other people think of your looks? Also being hot helps, I guess. Contestants like us are the ones who decide what's beautiful, not the peanut gallery. Oh, hello. Aren't you the girl from Tintagel I saw in the prelims? No, I think you have the wrong fairy. I'm just waiting tables part-time, so... Why didn't you come to the main event? I thought it was going to come down to you and me. I would have enjoyed beating a worthy opponent rather than demolishing the competition. But you were nowhere to be seen. What, did you leave early because the whole thing was so stupid? Stupid? I guess I did feel pretty stupid. Why, you think I don't get what's going on here? I can tell you're thinking, look at the simple little girl who's jumping for joy over a stupid trophy. She has no idea I lost the battle but won the war. Well, I don't like it. I won't stand for it. You and I are going to compete again right now. What's your best subject? Horseback riding? Dancing? Music? Combat? Chess? Whatever it is, that's going to be our real final battle. And we're not going to stop until I'm good and satisfied. Oh, we need to do something with that horribly tacky outfit first. Mac, Dim, tear this girl's clothes up for me, will you? Sorry, what? Don't do that. I'll let you wear one of my dresses instead. After that, we're going back on stage. Together, you and I. Together, you... I love Sonic Forces. I don't. I hate it. Together, you and I are going to show those idiots in the crowd what it really means to shine like a beautiful princess. Huh? Wait, what are you? Hey, knock it off, you pink-haired, honey-brained, nouveau riche girl, before I knock your block off. I'm sorry. I had no idea you'd actually been eliminated in the preliminaries. I mean, my instincts have never been wrong before, and the moment I saw you, I felt sparks all up and down my spine. Sparks? I thought there's something different about this fairy. I seriously got the impression you could turn the whole world on its head. Really? Is that really how I seem to you, Knocknereave? I guess it's true what they say about great talents bloom late. Believe it or not, I'm actually the child of... But I was wrong. You're so unimpressive that I must have looped from zero right back around to hero. Oh, dang. Underflow error. Oh, wait, that doesn't even make sense in an age without computers. Is that so? Guess that means you better quit bragging about your instincts from now on, huh? You're right. From now on, I'll make sure to observe fairies carefully and not just rely on my intuition. Anyway, what's your village like, Artoria? You said it's on the western tip of southern Britain. My city's up on the northern tip, so I can't even imagine how different it must be. Do you get ash rain there? What color's the forest? Can you fish there? Are there any cute fairies you've got your eye on? Oh, and what was that exploding lamp you threw at me earlier? She just does that, huh? The northern fairy kept peppering me with questions, and she genuinely seemed interested in the answers. It's one of my nicer memories from back when we still didn't know each other well. Her name was Knocknereave. Since I'm the child of prophecy, she and I are destined to butt heads one day, but she was also my very first friend. Oh, huh. So yeah, I spent maybe 3 days in Gloucester with her a few years ago. But as you can see, she never listens to anything anyone has to say, so she didn't make a great impression. That goes for you too, Artoria. You look meek enough, but you always talk tougher than you look. Good to see you haven't changed. Well, this is a surprise. I had no idea Artoria had a friend she was on arguing terms with. And Knocknereave of all fairies. I can't even imagine getting into a scuffle with her, can you?
Definitely not. I'm all tongue-tied just from seeing her, and you know how big horses' tongues are. Knocknereave, member of the King Clan and Queen of the North. Her magical energy covers this entire camp even as we speak. She's one of the most notable fairies in all of Britain. Her combat abilities may not compare to the Tam Lin, but when it comes to otherworldly common sense and the sheer size of her fey domain, I don't even think there's anyone in Fairy Britain who can match her. I guess I can't tell since I'm not a fairy myself.
But look, Artoria's not backing down. No matter how snide Knocknereave gets with her, she gives twice as good as she gets. Those two are a perfect match for each other. Artoria looks meek and is actually a huge pain in the neck, and Knocknereave makes a loud first impression, but she's actually very earnest. They're like two halves of a puzzle box. They may constantly be at odds, but in the end, they fit together perfectly.
Quiet, you. When did I say any of you could talk? You do know you're all still under arrest for chocolate larceny, right?
Don't worry, I'm happy to pay you back for it. Feeling pretty flush right now, so wait, huh?
Hey, Artoria, come here a second. What's with this dude? What is it? You're not usually one for secrets. Do you want me to keep quiet about all the mischief you got up to in Gloucester or something? Of course not. Besides, I didn't get into any mischief. No, I wanted to ask you about that guy who just talked back to me. Is he human? Is he your attendant? Did your dream finally come true? Oh, no, he's my ally. He's a mage who came here from the outside world. We're pretending he's my attendant to make things easier, but if anything, he's the one who's been helping me out. I see. So he's just a bodyguard, huh? What's his name? I can't tell since he's not wearing a collar or anything. Come on, tell me, please. Please. Are you really Knocknereave? Did you eat something you shouldn't have? Maybe too much chocolate? You do have a bit of a gut now. Come on, Knocknereave, don't let her get you. Oh no, I've been feeling much kinder and gentler lately. So what's his name? How long have you known him? Well, his name's Tanner, and I've known him for about 20 days now. I see. So you're still more than friends, less than lovers. Not that it would matter if you were dating, of course. Huh? What? What's that? Huh? What? Huh? What? But I digress. All that aside. She's just, what? Huh? Huh?
She's just so confused. She's stuck in a loop now. She's boot looping. She's reloading.
Some child of prophecy you turned out to be, Artoria. What even is this ragtag band? Are you trying, like, at all? I can't believe you still don't even have a single squad to your name. I guess you're still the one fairy my intuition just doesn't work on. When I heard that the child of prophecy who saved Norwich was named Artoria, I thought you'd finally got your act together. Well, it looks like I was wrong about you again. You're as pathetic now as you were back then. I guess a bunch of third-rate losers are the best a bunch of low-class fairy like yourself can attract. Take that back, Knocknereave. Don't you dare make fun of my friends. They're all much more accomplished, wiser, braver, cuter, and grandpa-ish than I am.
I'm the cuter one.
Every now and then, the game does something and it makes me giggle.
And if nothing else, they're way stronger than those soldiers you've got waiting on you. Is that so? Alright then, prove it. I'll see for myself who's stronger. Your allies or my soldiers.
Can your soldiers reload?
If you guys win, I'll pardon you for your chocolate theft and you'll be all free to go. But... But what? If my soldiers win, I'm taking Tanner for myself. Huh? Are you serious, Knocknereave? Don't tell me Tanner's your type.
No. Don't worry. We're good. I actually feel nothing for Mev. I'm gonna be honest. There's many servants that I look at and I'm like, oh, I get the Doki Dokis for. I get nothing for Mev. And there was a few where it's like it used to be nothing, but then I sort of understood over time. Skyhawk is one where I'm like, okay, I get it. I don't know. I don't feel anything for her. I really don't. It's just whatever, you know? It's not like that. I was just gonna need a mage for my war with Morgan anyway. Now let's talk more fighting, Artoria. Let's see which of us is better suited to be Britain's savior. Oh, great. We got another child of prophecy going on. How many? How many are we going to get? Is it just going to keep... Oh, frick. Interesting. Up to one servant from the party can be set. Oh, no. Oh, interesting. Huh. Well, in that case, you know, I may just go with you. Bring up you. You can help them, right? We'll do this for yourself. Because this trio here should be able to do basically everything. Yeah. Okay. And we'll switch off to, this for you to give you the absorb, right? Because we can do some good stuff with you and with you, so, okay. And I forgot he's not a saber. I forgot that he's an alter ego. Because I was like, oh, perfect. We have a saber for, you know, for the... No, we don't. It's okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. He's an alter ego. Oh, these dudes are just naked. Just naked. They're kind of weak. Actually, very weak. Oh, they have guts. Okay, so what we should do is, yeah, we'll do this with you. We'll try and loop. Right? And we'll do... Okay, we don't need that one. We'll hold off on that one. We will do this one. Right? And then, yeah, so we'll go 1, 2... Let's go 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, we'll do this to clear out as much as we can of this wave. And get back some stuff. Big kill. Alright, and gain up. That'll be useful. So you already got back 77%. Okay. You can get up to 2 hundo? Nice. War cry. I might just use this turn to not do that. Or no, we might. Oh, she's cheering. Thank you. Yeah, let's go. Let's do this. And then we'll go 1. Yeah, this is what we'll do. We'll go, because that'll kill those 2. You'll do your thing. We'll get back the meter, and then we'll do this. Okay. Good. Okay, guts is procced, and you'll get... Well, you've already got yours. Okay. Hopefully it's not another, like, group of 6 there. That'll just be annoying more than anything. Okay, so now let's go... Honestly, I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, right? Just to kill that last one when it does it? Yeah. Yeah, sure. Let's do that. Alright. And you. Okay, how much are you back to? 77%. Not bad, not bad. Well, I'm not going to do that just yet with you. I think what I'll do is I'll use... Let's see. Oh. Oh, yeah. Good. Oh, they do have guts, though. Why is there a Moors here? That's a problem. That shouldn't be here. Let's get C stars with you. So we're going to go with this. We're going to go 6 strength up. I'm going to hold on to this. Yeah, I'm going to hold on to that. I'm instead going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay. Boy, they gave us a good team for this. They really did. Nice, 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 nice. And why do you have guts? Good. Okay. We'll hold on just a bit, because then we'll finish these guys off. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So, is it gonna be Mev? No, because we're just fighting her troops. I'm pretty sure she would be a separate battle. Oh, the generals. That's kind of cool. So you got just guts there. Fairy general demonic form. Decrease defense and inflict charm to females. Uh-oh. Increase damage to males and decrease defense from females. Interesting. Confusing. A little strange. Okay. So let's do... Does this do blue up? Crit strength, we don't need that. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Try not to fall for me. Buddy, You are a harem. Well, he's not a harem protagonist. That's not the. Well, I was gonna say he's not, but then I remembered like. I bet you. No, he kind of is in Hollow Ataraxia. That's fair. That didn't do a lot of damage at all. At all. Alright, let's see how much we get from, Okay, she's at 45. 500% though, let's go, baby! Alright. Trouble with women. Charmed instantly, huh? Alright. That's not the best, but we got a full combo with you, I guess. Sure. Let's do... Yeah, we have to do that with you, basically. Okay, so yeah, let's go... We could give you blue to help loop again. I mean, you are buffing, so sure. Okay, so people told me again that... So these go in order of strength. So you go the anti-enforcement first, and then it uses up the regular, and then it uses up evades. So, good to know. Good to know. Yeah, let's do this here so that we can do as much as we can. Just, he gets more and more powerful each time. I just realized that bro has a... Bro absolutely has evade on. Wait, we have defeat invincible, right? Yeah, we do. Forgot about that. Even if it's not doing a ton of damage, it gets back, and that's the important thing. And I feel like these guys are going to be like, you need to kill them at the same time, even though it's not really a mechanic. But I feel like it will be, because that's just how these games kind of go. So let's do this. Let's go buffed up again. Right, keep it going. It gets stronger and stronger each time, so... Hey, remove attack buff too, nice. It's always an effect I forget about. So we got you, you're done. Okay. Yay, no effect. Dang, those charms do hit. Well, the good news is we can clear you. We can pop this. And we can go 1, 2, 3. Should break it and then kill you. That journey sure is beautiful. Alright. Good stuff. Okay. Nice. So, is it just me or those fairy generals? Are we gonna... Yeah, they might have looked awfully familiar, but I'm pretty sure we are only seeing things. Let's just move on. There, you see? Tanner's team won. I told you they were amazing. Now, let us free. Queens are supposed to keep their promises, right? Of course. Believe me, I don't have the time to be messing around with you either. I was in the middle of running military exercises when you decided to steal my chocolate. Also, my enemy's Queen Morgan, not the Child of Prophecy. I have nothing to say to a low-class fairy who still hasn't made a name for herself. Go wherever you like for all I care. Oh? Does this mean the King Clan doesn't see the Child of Prophecy as competition? I'd think it would be to your advantage to capture us rather than let us go free. Of course I see you as competition. I'm the only king fit to rule Britain. As far as I'm concerned, both Morgan and the Child of Prophecy are obstacles to my rule. That said, I can't take Morgan's army lightly. If I'm going to win, I need to make use of everything I can. Either Morgan will jump at my provocation and leave her castle to face me, or I'll attack her castle myself once all my preparations are complete. Either way, I'll need to keep the other clans in check in the meantime, which is why I want the Child of Prophecy to keep stirring things up. Get it? The more you scurry around making trouble, the more Morgan will have to divert forces from me to focus on you. I don't really expect you to ring all the bells of pilgrimage, but could you maybe ring, 2 of them? You can manage that, I'll take care of the rest. I'll take control of the Camelot, send Morgan packing, and banish every human from this island. As a descendant of the Northern Fairies and the daughter of the great Mab, I'll be the one to restore Britain to the way it was always meant to be. Still, I'm also very generous, so I'm willing to make a few exceptions. If the humans are willing to change their ways, I could set up an autonomous zone for them to live in. As proof, I will grant you permission to speak freely, Tanner. Why your underwear out? Is there anything you want to ask me? Go ahead. Just once, I'll give you an honest answer. Okay, in that case... I'm really curious about this. What's with all those hearts floating around you? Hearts? Is that a figure of speech for something? I see. You're just dying to know more about me, huh? Well, I can't blame you. I am special after all. As a human, you might have trouble believing this, but what you're seeing around me is all the magical energy I keep bottled up inside. As King Clanfera, I usually try not to show others my hopes and dreams, at least not until I assume the throne, but I just can't stop my feelings, passion from spilling out wherever I go. That's not the kind of thing most fairies would brag about, Excuse me, Lady Knocknereave. There's no way she would have joined up, so that's why I wanted to go with that one, because I was generally curious, right?
Excuse me, Lady Knocknereave, but we've received a request from Edinburgh.
What is it? Mab chances like this don't come along every day, If this is about military exercises, it can wait until...
I'm sorry, milady, but this is about Moore's disease, if I may. Not enough transcription and subject. Number of Sheffield refugees.
Tell them we'll make a list right away. I'll make the selections myself. Oh, what's that face? Looks like a little chat is over. You guys are free. Go wherever you like. Oh, but I will say just one last thing. Try to conduct yourself with at least some dignity, Artoria. Nobody will follow a king who can't even look the part. We gotta get her to ascend. Preferably once. Maybe twice. Alright. We're going back to the hole? Why are we going back? What's back at the hole? Huh. Well. Look. It's a living, but it works, right? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. No one can stop me. I'm gonna do it. Oh, we're just doing a battle? Okay. Sure. Let's go. Alright. Dogs? Puppers? Puppers go bye-bye. So we're gonna go and boop. And we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Sure. I don't know which Koyanskaya outfit I like the most. I mean, I do know which one I like the most. It's not on this version of Koyanskaya. It's on the other one that will be coming. Now, the whole thing about multiple Koyanskayas is very confusing, and I don't know if that's story or if it's just that they wanted to do another Koyanskaya for the heck of it, right? We'll have to learn. All right. This. This is it. You guys wanted me to learn the meta. This is it. This is the monster you've created. I'll never use other servants again. It's it. It's over. We're just gonna continually just be doing this until the end of time, Well, I mean, until we get one more servant, maybe. But not much to say. It just is what it is. Yeah, we have more than enough stars here, so let's just switch you out. Get this. This. You have no blue, so that's fine. We'll just go 1, 2, 3. All right.
いいでしょう。私の足元で許しを乞いなさい。落ちよ、ロードレスキャメロット。
No guts. No guts at all. I do love these two being like mirror images. It's real strong. It's so good. I can't wait for them to interact more, honestly. Well, a little trip southbound through the chocolate fields brought us back to southern Britain. Gloucester's not too far from here. How about stopping by? You've never been to Gloucester before, right, Happy Cat? No, but it's Marion City, right? I have a pretty clear idea of what it'd be like. It could be fun, but I also doubt it's got any cute brides for me, so I'm good with whatever Tanner decides. I see, that's too bad. We should just go somewhere safe. I agree. The best thing we can do now is lay low and plan our next move. If we're going to decide on something as important as whether we fight the queen or run from her, we'll need some place safe to consider our plan. Gloucester's definitely out. I don't know about Murian, but I wouldn't trust Koyan's Sky as far as I could throw her. And with an ass that fat, I ain't throwing her very far. What about the Welsh Forest? That's Oberon's territory after all.
Salisbury could be another good option. What about it? We can tell Lady Aurora everything that's happened so far.
What do you think, Obi? Good question. Well, I definitely wouldn't recommend my forest. It'd make a lousy secret headquarters, and I don't think Salisbury and Norwich are safe either. We shouldn't put too much credence in the Queen's promise to leave us alone. If Beryl were to lead Morgan's army against us, Aurora wouldn't be able to stop him. Looks like Knocknereave was right. We need our own military strength. Maybe we should go back to the storm border? Besides, it'd be fun to show it off to Artoria and Gareth. We don't have to go through the Nameless Woods either. We can make a detour around it to reach the coast. Plus, we could also stop by Artoria's hometown, Tintagel, on the way. No, let's save that for a last resort. We're not running for our lives yet, after all. If it's military strength we need, we got exactly one option. In fact, I'd say the safest place for the Child Prophecy right now isn't a fairy city at all. It's the city southeast of Oxford. We need to go to England's capital in proper human history. The ruins of Londinium, where humans have set up their home base. Now that Artoria's gotten rid of the Norwich's calamity, there's no reason for us to hesitate to knock on their door. I think it's time Britain's destined savior paid the Round Table Army a visit. And we'll finally get to meet him. Meet Mr. Voltron himself. All I see when I look at Percival's art is Voltron, right? He looks like someone's fan art of, like, Shiro, right? I'm not crazy. All right. Off to London. Dang, it's been a few days. Thank you for the passage of time. Whoa, that background. Good job. Oh, this was alright. We saw this one with MASH here, right? Yeah. Good job, everyone. I know it wasn't easy coming so far without stopping to sleep, but we're almost to Londinium now. Only 2 more hills to go. But first, why don't we take a quick break? Besides, it's almost lunchtime. I'm sure you'd rather have a relaxing meal outside instead of rocking back and forth in the carriage too, right, Tanner? Are we safe here? There was enemies on the thing.
We left the main roads between the cities during the night, so I'm sure we won't run into any of the Queen's troops around here.
We're finally visiting Londinium. I wonder what the stories say about it. Well, up until 2,000 years ago, when it was still the Fae era, it was the largest city in all of Britain. It's said that 5 fairy clans coexisted there peacefully, and they even choose a human for their lord. Really? Then does that mean Londinium used to be a human city? It sure does, but it was destroyed during an insurrection that took place at the end of the Fae era. It may have been the most heavily fortified city in Britain at the time, but I guess there wasn't much it could do against an attack from within. I still haven't found out how it ended up in ruins after that, though. After all, the Queen decided to build a new castle, Camelot, instead of rebuilding Londinium. Guess you don't know everything about everything after all, Oberon. It was the fairy clans that reduced Londinium to rubble. After Ash ended the war between the various clans, do we know that Ash is a girl? Huh. I don't know if we heard that yet. Interesting. She appointed a human knight as their new king, the human boy who was leading the Round Table Army at the time. A huge festival was held to celebrate the new king and his coming reign. But then, during his coronation, a group of anti-fairy humans started a riot, and a number of the fairies living in Londinium were killed. The clan heads were incensed, so they raided Londinium and put every soldier in the Round Table army to death. The knight who was supposed to be king fell in battle, and Aish was executed after the clan heads held her responsible for the riot. Grimir the Sage managed to give them the slip. I think we know who that is. That is, that's Kucaster, right? That's Casku. And since no one could kill the Black Knight, they crushed his ears and threw him into the sea. Sorry, what? The Black Knight was that the Calamity? Are we gonna learn that the Calamities are like the old heads or something? Huh. By that point, the Tamlin had gotten fed up with the whole ridiculous ordeal and decided to go over to Orkney, taking Aish's coffin with them. What was that face? Why are you like that? What do you know? Aish. That's the fairy who was once treated as Britain's savior, right? From what I heard, her, the Sage, the Black Knight, and the Tamlin all saved Britain countless times. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be very honest. I need to watch Monty Python and the Black Knight, and the Holy Grail. It's one of those things that is referenced in Fate a surprising number of times that I have not myself actually partook in. I did download it to watch on my flight back from China, but I didn't get around to it. I do need to watch it because from what I can tell, that is important lore. So what was the Tamlin's name? Oh, Mike told me that back in Salisbury. Let's see, I'm pretty sure it was... Huh? That's weird. I know I heard it before, but I can't remember what it was. Don't worry about it. My point is, Londinium has a lot of history as the home base of Britain's humans. This new Round Table army is holed up where the old one got wiped out. I ain't the superstitious type, but don't you think that's just asking for trouble? You'll see why it's not a problem once we get to Londinium, Muramasa. Frankly, if you ask me, both Morgan and the clan heads ought to have their heads examined. I don't know why else they'd abandon Londinium, even after they destroyed it. I'm surprised you know so much about Londinium, Happy Cat. I mean, you don't know anything about Gloucester or Salisbury. I know about Salisbury. That's the city with the big cathedral, right? I've seen Aurora before, too. I just didn't pay her much attention. She's not my type. I see. So, are you sure you're okay missing out on all the beautiful cities? Sure. I'm sure. This isn't exactly a sightseeing tour. Kinda curious why you're so considerate of me, though. Fishing for a discount on your wedding dress or something? No, I'm not looking for a dress. I haven't found a partner yet. I mean, it's not that. It's just what? It's nothing. I'm gonna fetch some water. Be right back. Huh? Yeah, what's going on? That was close. I almost said something I shouldn't again. Anyway, I'm kind of worried about Happy Cat. I can see Artoria's and Tanner's futures just fine. Sorry, do you have clairvoyance? But I just can't see anything for hers. Oh no. Morse? Crap, I have to kill it before it touches me. Yep. That's weird. My lenses always worked before. What? Oh, right. That's only because Artoria was helping me with her magecraft. But now that it's just me... Penis. This is so like me. I always get carried away like this, even though I'm weak. So now I'm gonna die out here, unable to fight back, never having accomplished anything. Who? Hey! You were close. If you just taken 6 steps back and got a running start, you could have definitely taken it out. You're not the biggest fairy out there. You'll need more than just the weight of a thrust to get through the Moor's skin. Make sure the foot you're bracing on faces forward instead of to the side and let gravity do the hard work for you. But I guess that'll be something to work on next time, which is the more reason to stand back up now. I don't know what voice he has. I've never seen him in battle. Okay. May I ask who you... Me? I came here to fetch some water and saw you going into the forest. I was gonna warn you to be careful, since we tend to get Moors out here. Clams! But I guess I was a little too late. Luckily, there are only 2 of them. Do you think you could help me? I'd really appreciate it.
Yes, of course. I'm Gareth, by the way.
I'm Percival. Would you mind taking the moors on the right then, brave knight?
Wait, did he say Percival? Oh, please let me actually see him in combat. I want to use him. I don't know what he does. I want to see what he do. And thankfully, like I said, there'll be a raid up for him later so I can get him. And he's on the general pool, so... Good! Okay, that's the voice I expected. So you have Arts up, Gauge up, Noble Phantasm Strength up. Not bad, not bad. Do you have access to your Noble Phantasm? Unusable. Okay, you're not a servant technically. Invincible and Target Focus. Oh, you kind of have the same kit. Interesting. Okay. Let's give that a shot. Let's do this. Bird! Pop this to the Unsinned. And so let's just start with 1. Okay, 2, 3. Let's see your animations here. What do you do? What do you do? So you have... That's pretty cool. Okay. Yep, those are some Lancer moves. Yo! I love Fire Emblem. That's a lie, I really don't. Okay, that's pretty cool though. He's got some good stuff. I was looking at the meter and I'm like, I'm not getting any, and then I remembered, right, he doesn't have meter. Bro ain't a servant. Alright. So in that case, Garth, you can do... I guess that makes no difference with you. Right, but we'll just go 1, 2, 3. We'll go boop, and then boop. Big headbutt. Did not kill. Okay, attack up though. Attack up though. Big attack up. Okay, that's a lot of attack up. So we're going to use the attack ups on you. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And then we'll just finish up the other one thereafter. Nice. And then... Good stuff. He still has the target focus. Wow. Your target focus lasts way longer. Way longer. Like, ridiculously long. Let's go 1, 2, 3. You're done. Okay. That's fine. We're fine. We're fine. Alright, let's go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he's got some cool animations. Not bad. And I mean, it's Garrett. Percival. It's another Knight of the Round Table. That's awesome. I like the fact that my knights are getting in. I mean, Sir Kay is technically in cube form, and we technically have Galahad, and that's about it. I won. I can't believe it. I actually beat a Moors on my own. That was great. Don't sell yourself short. You're already strong. You'll only get stronger the more you train. Ah. By the way, Gareth, right? I don't recall seeing you around here before. You should know there's going to be a big battle here soon. You'd probably be safer heading to Norwich or Manchester instead of staying here. Unless you came looking to join Londinium's Round Table Army? We could really use all the help we can get at this point. Even so, I'm not sure Londinium is the best place for a lovely girl like yourself. Bro. There's still lots of holes in the roofs we haven't gotten around to patching yet. Not to mention the ghosts that haunt us at night. Excuse me, sorry to interrupt, but did you really say your name was Percival? Yeah, that's me. Good name for a human, isn't it? I'm pretty fond of it myself. Oh no, oh please, let me introduce myself more properly. I'm Gareth, attendant to the Child of Prophecy. And I'm happy to tell you she's making her way to Londinium right now.
Whoa, big eyes. That's a surprised face. Bro is flabbergasted. Bro is flabbergasted. Okay. Continuing with London. Gareth's really taking her time. Maybe I'm getting worked up over nothing, but I can't help but worry. You know, I think I'll go fetch some water myself. We can cross the hills after I get back. I'll go with, huh? Wait, what? It looks like Gareth's back. Wonder why she's jumping up and down all excited like that.
I see she has someone with her. Someone tall and pretty handsome and...
I recognize that oversized breastplate. We're like, Bargus. No, not that one. There's the other breast. Hey guys, you'll never believe this. Look who I met. It's Percival, the leader of the Round Table Army and the strongest human in Britain. He's blushing. He's so embarrassed. I'm sorry. I know this isn't the most proper introduction. It's an honor to meet you, Child of Prophecy, and you, Foreign Mage. Well, why are you... What's up, bud? I'm Percival, the Round Table Army's acting leader. I know I'm dressed like a knight, but I'm really just an ignorant country boy. I've never studied the ways of chivalry, so I hope you can forgive any inadvertent rudeness on my part. Hey, yeah, Red Rub, what are you so worked up about, bud?
You don't know? Percival is the only person in all of fairy Britain who rides into battle on the back of a fairy horse. He's the strongest, most spiritual human ever. I can't think of a more touching sight than rider and horse in perfect sync, each trusting each other with their lives. Just imagine a rider and their horse sharing one mind and one body. It would be a miraculous dream come true.
Well, thank you. Kunji will be thrilled to hear that. I don't know what I'd do without her. Where have we heard that name before? Kundry. We've heard that name. Someone else said that name. Another servant said the name Kundry before, and I don't remember who. Oh, sorry, I got a little off track. I tend to do that whenever someone brings up my trusty partner. Lucky for you, I'm a horse lover. Anyway, I understand why you're here now. You need a safe place to prepare for your confrontation with the Queen's army, yes? Then you're very welcome to stay with us in Londinium. I'm afraid it still needs a lot of repairs, so it's not in the best shape to welcome the Child of Prophecy. But it's also one of the most heavily fortified places in Britain, and I promise my soldiers and I will keep you safe while you plan your next move. Yo, that place is kind of cool. Yo, this place looks... Oh, come on. This is a place where you go to level up in Dark Souls. You can't tell me that it's not. Come on. Come on. Supply team's back with lumber. Let's get to work repairing those ramparts. Send 80% to the outer walls and 20% to the inner walls. Focus on patching up the kids' home first. Our disguised merchants are heading out to Norwich this afternoon to buy supplies. If there's anything you need, add it to the list. Don't be shy, we've got the Count backing us. Just go easy on the luxury goods. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Remember, we can't match the Fang Clan's speed. We need to fight smarter, not harder. Take a beat before following... Take a beat. Like take a beating? Before following up your spear strikes. Your opponents will dodge them easily if you thrust too soon. Keep your spears pointed ahead of you as you sense a shield coming. And don't forget to keep your sword on hand too, so you can also stab your opponent in the flank at the same time. Don't bother with bows and arrows. You'll never hit anyone, and the enemy will see you coming the moment you take aim. We'll have 10 archers firing volleys from the ramparts for defense. It should keep the enemy back, but if they actually hit someone, even better. You are a surprisingly detailed NPC child. I only know how to sharpen blades, but I can still help. Look, mister, the tip of your spear's chipped. You'll never beat the fairy's fangs with that. Why don't you stop by our smithy sometime? Ain't exactly pristine, but it's sure lively. Everyone's running around keeping busy with something. At a glance, it looks like they got around 300 combat-ready soldiers, give or take. If you count the humans taking shelter here, that about doubles their numbers. They probably have the old and feeble ones doing needlework in the back. This is great, I love it. It's not so much an army as a whole city in the middle of being rebuilt. I'm gonna go look for brides. I know what you mean. The walls and roads may be in terrible shape, but there's more life here than we've seen in any of the other cities. Of course, this is where London is located in proper human history. No wonder there's so much energy. she's probably like, oh man, are humans actually able to live and have fun? Can I be true to myself and be a human? Because I'm probably human? Something wrong? Oh, sorry, it's nothing. I was wondering why such a beautiful place was... Artoria? What were you thinking, Commander? You can't just go jumping off the ramparts and running into the woods like that. You're the cornerstone of the Round Table Army, the hope of everyone in Londinium. You can't just wander off because something caught your eye anymore. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't notice you had people with you. Are you all here to join the Round Table Army? If you can come with me to registration at the town square, we can... That won't be necessary, Maguire. These people aren't here to join us. They're very important guests. Isn't that right, Oberon? Yep, and at least for now, whether they end up joining the Round Table Army or not is ultimately up to Artoria. Oberon? Oh, wow, it is Oberon. When'd you get here? Hey everyone, it's Oberon! That big jerk Oberon is back! Are they all gonna be asking for money? You're right, it's really him, it's Oberon the Cold-Hearted.
You just showed up out of nowhere again. How long have you been all this time?
You better be sticking around a while. You don't want to make the kids cry again, do you? Every time you leave, it takes a little longer to cheer them back up.
That goes for us ladies, too. Your sweet nothings always make us feel like princesses and make our loins wetter than the Thames.
Why did I say that? Oh, frick, why did I say that?
Well, we love those little moments of affection. You need to take care of us afterwards.
Oh no, he dicks them down.
We still have lots of work to do, you know.
Really, Oberon? Hey, it's not what you think, okay? I'm a very serious person here at Londinium, I swear. Oh yeah, you're serious, alright. Serious about putting on performances every chance you get. Whenever you show up, the whole Round Table Army goes back to being ordinary citizens. It's the closest thing we have to festivals around here. Don't get me wrong, it helps us keep smiling even when times are tough, but... Wait, hang on. Didn't you say the next time you came back you'd bring the Child of Prophecy with you? No way. Is that... It's gonna go to Gareth. It's gonna go to Gareth. Oh no. Oh crap. That's right. Oh no, it's not. This is Artoria, the savior of Norwich you've all heard so much about. Her staff of selection was sent here from paradise, just like Percival's spear of selection. Oh! Interesting. Really? That's curious. She's the Child of Prophecy, the savior of Britain you've all been waiting for. Spear of selection, huh? That's new. So we have a sword of selection, a spear of selection, a staff of selection. We just now need a semi-automatic machine gun of protection, a shield of selection we could do, a... Let's see, what else? So I'm trying to do bow and arrow, Can't do anything. There's no S words. It's fine, we're good, let's go. Oh, she's getting a lot of people around her. Oh, and she's helping the potential bride. And these two are hitting it off. I sure hope they're probably not distantly related or something in the round table. They probably are. I'm not going to look at the... I've been told don't look up Fate round table stuff because apparently there's big spoilers on there, so I won't do that. Huh, it really is like a festival. I guess we won't be able to talk to Artoria for a while. Seems like everyone in town's caught Child of Prophecy fever. Maybe we should help her out, Oberon. I don't think she's too big on being fawned over like that. Oh, I'm sure she isn't. Artoria has always been keenly aware of the pressure that comes with the fairies pinning their hopes on her. At the same time, she's always been good at handling those very hopes. What do you think, Tanner? Should we rescue her from that crowd? No need. She's not making the face she usually does. Yeah, she actually looks pretty fine. Oh, you look happy about this, Tanner. Is Artoria really handling this differently than usual? Sure she is. Usually she stumbles and fumbles for words, for guilt and lack of confidence, but not this time. Yeah, she's not doing that face. This is Londinium, a city that dreams of a proper future for Britain. The people she's talking to now aren't just hoping she'll keep them safe because they're only worried about themselves. She's seeing something much purer than that now. In fact, I bet she's actually really proud to be the child of prophecy for the first time in her life. It's like her eyes have been clouded by everything she's seen all this time, and she's finally seeing clearly. Okay. So, this is important. This is mad important. I actually just got a comment again from someone saying that I will absolutely... It says... I'll read this comment because it's really good, and it's on a comment that's going to be deleted because it's on a bad upload of the last part. But it basically says, there's a unique mechanic in Lostbelt 6 that does not show up in any story chapter so far, and that is that there is a missable scene. The scene is only unlocked by choosing the correct choices for unskippable choices throughout Lostbelt 6 Part 2. If you want to unlock the scene, which I highly recommend because it's a great one and be ashamed to miss it, you should be aware that these are the unskippable choices, and he lists a whole bunch of them out. Basically, after this, there's one in Node 1 of 12 and 13, and then there's a bunch near the end. Keep an eye out for these points. For each of them, to unlock the hidden scene, you must always select the bottom choice. If you answer a certain number of these choices correctly, the bottom one, the new dialogue will open up and allow you to access the scene. As for what this new dialogue will open up, it'll be very obvious which option is the more interesting one. This is a recommendation, and I don't intend to order you to follow this. It would be a shame to complete it and miss the scene. Regardless, I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much for a very good comment, James Haddon 1798. That's a very good comment. It's like her eyes have been clouded by everything she's seen all the time. She's finally seeing clearly. Yeah, what do you... That's an interesting choice. So we're noting that there's something strange about their eyes. What does that mean? Are we doing mystic eyes? We might be, but we'll have to see. I'm sorry everyone kept you so long. I'm sure it wasn't too much bother. Oh, no bother at all. They're all incredibly nice. You'll have to tell them I enjoyed my time immensely. On another note... Why is he looking so dour? Muramasa is the only one not here. Is he still out talking to the townspeople? Hey, sorry I'm late. I had to take care of something. Turns out they do have a smithy here, but it's damn shambles. They got a great furnace, but only one guy who knows how to tend to it worth a damn. You gotta come take a look-see, Artori. It's one hell of a fixer-upper. They've got a ton of quartz crystals, too, so you can make all the glass stuff you want. Oh, really? That sounds great. I'll definitely check it out. But not right now. Percival was just about to show us to the Round Table Army's war room. As a member of the Child of Prophecy's entourage, you're not to go off on your own like that anymore. Got it? The Child of Prophecy's entourage? When did you turn into Miss High and Mighty? You haven't even rung one damn bell yet. All that attention go to your head or something? Nah, that ain't it. It's Knocknereave, isn't it? I get it. Must be rough seeing your old frenemy living it up as a queen. And again, it's not like you two are working with the same kind of materials. It's a shame you're a little lacking in sex appeal to be queen yourself. Friendly reminder, I'm in my 60s and you are what, 14? Gulp. I heard that, Muramasa. I'll have you know I think I'm 16. Okay, wait, let's go Castoria age. 16, yep. Yep. She's 16. It's not like it's required to be a queen. In fact, I'd argue most royalty is pretty ugly. It's the inbreeding. Thank you, Tanner. My point exactly. But what was all that all about? It's wonderful to see you all getting along so well. And I don't just mean the two of you, I mean everyone. I was worried that the Child of Prophecy might be buckling under the weight of her incredible responsibilities, but it looks like I was worried for nothing. We could learn a lot from your example. Not at all. I'm the one who's learned a lot from the people of Londinium. I've been to plenty of different cities, and they all had various class differences and complaints about the Queen. Even so, one thing they all had in common was a wish for someone to save them from their situation. But the people of this town is different. They're all so honest, and they don't depend on anyone else. Now that I've talked to them myself, I see that there are fairies standing up for humans and humans standing up for fairies. They're not fighting just for themselves, they're standing up to the Queen to make things better for everyone else. And I think that's exactly what a true Knight of the Round Table should be. People who don't stand above or below one another, but who all stand side by side to help one another. I have no way of knowing what a true Knight of the Round Table is supposed to be like. But it's true that the Round Table Army isn't a resistance run solely by or for humans. We do want to change things for humans, but first we want to change all of Britain for the better. We don't differentiate between humans and fairies. We're just people who share a dream for the future. Even I'm no more than one of many such people Lord Oberon assembled. Lord Oberon? Oberon, you don't mean... No wonder you're so weirdly popular. That's right. Lord Oberon founded the Round Table Army. Oh, interesting. He saved me when I had nowhere else to go, removed the curse on Londinium, and carefully, quietly traveled Britain in search of like-minded people. And he works himself to the bone to keep us funded, though I've heard he's earned a reputation as a notorious debtor throughout Britain. A lot of soldiers are under the impression that I'm the Round Table Army's leader, but I believe that role belongs to Lord Oberon. Come on, cut that out. I've told you all before. All I did was invest in this operation. You're the Round Table Army's leader, Percival. You're the one who grew it to this size. All right, if you insist, Lord Oberon. Let's just say that I managed to find all these wonderful allies through one person's dedicated efforts, rather than good fortune. Anyway, now that you're all more acclimated to Londinium, let me show you to our headquarters. Unfortunately, it's the only place so far to be both well-guarded and have a proper roof. Sorry about that.
Hang on, Percival. What's this picture up on the wall?
Picture? Oh, that's a mural that was painted during the Fey era. None of us really know much about it, though. Is this the picture from the beginning? Yeah.
Is that 6 fairies dancing around a large beast? It almost looks like they're holding a festival.
People pointed out that I didn't point out that there's a big dragon here. No, I saw it. I just have nothing to say about what that could be. Is it firing breath? Is it coming out of the dragon's mouth? I don't know. More than that, this thing scares me. I've heard so many people saying that this will mess me up. So we'll have to see.
But I've never seen any beasts like that in Britain before.
Looks like some kind of monster to me. Maybe a personification of the calamities.
I don't know if I agree with that. The beast almost looks like it loves them. I think so too. You probably can't feel it because you're a proper human history heroic spirit, Muramasa, but this beast is definitely depicted as very loving.
Huh.
No British fairy would be afraid of this mural. If anything, I'd be seen as grand.
Because I'm a proper human history heroic spirit?
Grand, huh? I can't tell how it feels to Gareth and Habitrot since I'm not a fairy myself, but this wouldn't happen to be a religious painting, would it, Percival?
A religious painting? I'm sorry, I don't know what that word means. All I know is that this mural originally belonged to the fairies of Orkney, the Rain Clan. It's said that a knight of Londinium brought it here from the ruins of Orkney, while Londinium was still being constructed. Apparently it depicts the creation of Britain. Are you Albion? Oh. Oh, God, we're gonna have to fight Albion, aren't we? Apparently it depicts the creation of Britain. In an old fairy language, it's known as the Abyssal Worm.
Oh.
But worm as in dragon.
Worm. I don't know how you say it.
I think it's just worm, right? Yeah. Let's do this because we're stupid. A worm, even though it looks like a huge beast? Jump scare! Hello? What? Is something wrong, Tanner? You see someone suspicious over there? Yeah, I just got jump scared. Like I was being watched. Hey, Da Vinci, you said this was a religious painting, right? You think it's a god?
Yeah, it probably is. The 6 fairies shown here are obviously stand-ins for the 6 clans, probably the original forefathers. And whatever that big thing is, they're clearly worshipping it. That has to mean this creature stands above the fairies, which would make it a god.
But the thing is, there are no gods in Fairy Britain. Like I said, the Great Cathedral is only for show. I've been to almost every city in Britain looking for information, and I've never seen another mural like that.
That's my point. The mural's been around since before Morgan's rule. Hell, it's been around since before Fairy Britain was even a thing. So it's depicting something from the Fey era before it became the era of the High Queen. Wait, then does that mean Queen Morgan doesn't know about this mural?
Nah, she must. Probably no accident that it was left out of the history books. Once Morgan became queen, she wanted to be the only power the fairies believed in. So she erased the concept of godhood from Britain by pretending it never existed. That way it could never pose a threat to her rule. It may just be that this mural holds part of the answer as to what causes the calamities, and why there are no gods in Britain. Too bad the only words written on it are an old Farian. I can't make heads or tails of it. Can you read it, Oberon? Here, look, this part here definitely looks like writing. I'm sorry, but no. I can kind of read the modern fairy language now, but this is beyond me. I'd guess the only people who can read this are in Camelot's administration. I see. Well, that's too bad. Gosh, I had no idea this picture was so important. I'm sorry I'm too uneducated to be of any help. Still, if it's that important, I'll make arrangements to have it properly preserved right away instead of leaving it exposed to the elements. I'll also look for historians and have them dig around to see if there's any other notable artifacts. If we're lucky, they might be able to turn up some other precious records. Good idea. Once we take over Norwich, we should have a lot more personnel to work with. Either way, we need to get to work on restoring Londinium, so the sooner we can put together a plan, the better. Huh? I'm sorry, did you... Yeah, we kind of glossed over that, and part of me was like, did we say that at some point? Yeah, did you say take over Norwich? Okay. He just threw that in there. All right. Let's do this. Welcome to the war room. I'm sorry, what did you say about a roof? That's the roof? Okay. We repurposed a room from the bell tower because it gives us a view of all of Londinium. We've also repurposed the rooms on the floor right below his guest rooms, so hope you'll find them to your liking. Thanks, but we have something more important to talk about now. Are you serious about taking over Norwich? I thought the Round Table Army's only enemy was the Queen. What reason could you have to attack anywhere apart from Camelot? You're right. Normally, such a thing would be unthinkable for us, but we can't afford to ignore what's going on in Norwich. Your valiant efforts did lead to the destruction of the calamity at Norwich. But the instant the Child of Prophecy left Camelot, Spriggan petitioned the Queen for military aid. He claims that the residents of Norwich now support the Child of Prophecy, and are now traitors to the crown. He's using the Child of Prophecy as an excuse to massacre fairies and take back his land. Great! We only learned this yesterday from a secret correspondence sent to us by someone calling himself the Count. The Queen's forces will probably arrive at Norwich tonight. I doubt we have more than 2 days to spare. We've already put out a call for comrades across the land to come back to Londinium. As soon as they're all here, we'll all set out for Norwich. Our goal is to occupy Norwich's gate and take control of the city before Spriggan can have his citizens massacred, even if they paint us as barbaric invaders for doing so. I don't much like our chances at victory. Norwich's people aren't going to be happy to see us. Most fairies just think the Round Table Army is a gang of militant humans. I doubt they'd see much difference between the Round Table Army and Spriggan, really. A gang of human militants. But please, I don't want you all to be worrying about that. We're the ones who made this call. This isn't your battle to fight, you're here to recover. You'll be safe here in Londinium. Not even the Queen's magecraft can reach you here. Tanner. I know how she must be feeling right now, too. I know I'll regret it if I let this chance go. Let's go ring that bell, Artoria. I mean, we're here, right? Yeah, I guess you're right. Oh man, this is gonna be rough. Alright, I understand. I've made up my mind too. Percival, you haven't once asked for my help. And neither did the people of Londinium. All you've done is encourage me and worry about me. You haven't demanded I save you in return or anything at all. You've only wished me luck. So I'm gonna do my part too. I can't ring Norwich's bell by myself. I'm going to need your help. Because it's too high up. I'm kinda short. I need someone to be a stool. I'm sorry. So please help me. Help me show everyone that the Round Table Army isn't some gang of militant humans, but comrades of the Child of Prophecy who are just as intent on saving Britain as she is. Those wide old eyes. Stop looking at me with those big old grays. Are they blue? Are they green? I actually cannot really tell. It'd be my genuine pleasure, Artoria. Thank you. I can't say this battle of ours will ultimately be for good or evil, but I swear upon this land that we will do our best to make you proud. Allow me to fill you in on the makeup of the Round Table Army. We have one company made up of about 400 fairies and humans under my command that serves as our main military force. We also have 5 platoons of about 50 soldiers each. 2 of the platoons are led by 2 fairy knights who were once part of the Queen's army. Auralia and Étoile. That means star in French. The other 3 are led by human knights. Kenwood, Landon, and Colwys. I'll introduce you to everyone later. We have another 5 squads made up of like-minded comrades, but they're still in training. Their instructor is Secretary Maguire, whom you all met earlier. Londinium is also home to a large number of civilians, as you saw for yourselves. They're the ones who handle construction, sewing, smithing, governance, and education. It's a lot of work for only 300 people, but they've all been doing a great job. Next, I should tell you about the city's reconstruction timetable, the amount of resources we'll need to procure each month in order to... Whoa, hold on, Percival. Why don't you tell me all that nitty-gritty stuff later? Right now, it's probably better if we just focus on the Norwich attack. I mean, see for yourself. Yeah. See, they hit their limits a while ago. You have to understand, it's only been the 8 of us for a while now, and there's about 2 brain cells among all of us, and I have 1.5 of them. So you really need to ease them in discussions involving the best use of thousands of personnel, you know? You're right. I'm sorry. I was just so touched by what Lady Artoria said that I didn't realize I was running my mouth. I'm so embarrassed. Oh no, that's okay. I'm pretty rambling when I'm happy too. But could you also call me Artoria like you did before? I don't think I'm ready for lady yet. Of course, Artoria. Alright, let me try this again. We plan on sending half my company and 3 of our platoons to Norwich, so about 400 soldiers in total. In the meantime, the Count has gathered a group of anti-Queen, well, anti-Spriggan, really, MPs and residents in Norwich who are also willing to fight. I'm told they number about 400 as well. So between ourselves and the Count's forces, we should have about 800 soldiers. Thus we'll have to defeat the troops the Queen sends from Camelot with, and to help you reach the bell tower in Spriggan's castle. 800, huh? Ain't much if you're hoping to take control of both the city and Spriggan's castle. Not to mention we'll be up against fairies while half the soldiers are human. You're not worried we might be outclassed? No, I'm not. The Round Table Army uses weapons and tactics that are optimized for fighting fairies. I have complete faith in our ability to make up for the difference in our power. However, Spriggan's Vault Castle, as he calls it, will be too much for us to handle. It's an impregnable iron tower that neither human nor fairy can possibly break through. Dang, if only we had servants! So I'd like to ask for your help in infiltrating it. Tanner, Lord Oberon has told me about your magecraft. He says that you're capable of summoning warriors in battle that can easily defeat an entire platoon. Yep. We'll be able to break through the Vault Castle's gate by sheer force. Our only hope is for a small team to sneak inside and open it from within. It'll be a dangerous mission, but would you be willing to accept it? Don't worry, I'm great at that sort of thing. So is Artoria. Don't just bring up Merlin Magecraft now, Tanner. Thank you, Tanner. With you and Artoria helping, I think we have a real chance of victory. The platoons we have out on patrol in the south right now will be back by evening. Once they arrive, we'll set out for Norwich. Ideally, we should be able to arrive under cover of night and take control of the city before Spriggan can react. I hope you don't mind that I'll be leading the charge once we arrive, Artoria. Not at all. This is your army. You should be the one giving orders. Alright, I'll go plan our attack with this new development in mind. The Count was kind enough to enclose a map with this letter. It should help us secure a route inside. There really isn't anything Count Pepperon can't do, is there? I expect we'll be leaving in about 3 hours. Until then, take some time to relax. Gotcha. I'm gonna go pay the textile workshop a visit then. That pile of unused cloth scraps was downright obscene. I know the weavers must be busy, but you could make so many cute clothes for children with all that. So I'm gonna go help them out and prove just how dependable old Habicat can be. As for me, I consider myself your apprentice now, Percival. So I'd love it if you could give me more lessons on how to improve my lance skills. Of course, I'm afraid I can only spar until the strategy outline comes in. Or spare the time, rather. I'm gonna go give the kids at the smithy some pointers. As far as I can tell, the whole city's only got one decent blacksmith and a bunch of apprentices. I guess I'd better go put in some overtime since I can't help out much with battle. Is there anything you'd like me to look into, Percival? Yes. Well, you see what's happening in Oxford. Woodwose is the most likely of all the clan heads to lose patience first. So after Norwich, I'm guessing he'll be our next major threat. I'm inclined to agree, yes. I'll talk to Aurora as well, see if she can keep him occupied for us. Aurora? But I thought she only has a self-defense force, not an army. Armies are just one of the tools for fighting a war, Da Vinci. You see, Woodwose is a kind of a thing for Aurora lately. So if the woman he wants so much hasn't given him the time of day, suddenly wants to see him... Wow! That's cold, bro! Oh, don't worry. Aurora's a lot more open-minded than you might think. She'll be genuinely happy to show Woodwose some affection. No, wait. As kind as she is, she might actually make Woodwose fall hard for her. I better make her understand being too nice might lead him on a bit.
Alright, I'm gonna fly over to Salisbury. If all goes well, I'll see you guys in Norwich. Meow.
Okay, I'm gonna go introduce myself to Secretary McGare. What are you gonna do, Tanner? Artoria? I'm gonna take Percival up on his kind offer and take a nap in the room below. It looks like we have a long nighttime march ahead of us, so I need to rest up while I can. I'll go check on Red Rabbit. Oh yeah, last I saw them, the kids were packed so tightly around him in the town square he could barely move. I imagine he could use some help right now. Okay then, everyone. Please meet back here in 3 hours. Our assault on Norwich begins at sunset. Let's go pay him a visit. Oh, well, we don't even get to see? Okay. That's fine with me. Look at all those items. Alright. Oh, okay, it's not super long. So that's alright. Norwich the 2nd, right? Alright. Just looking around at some other places, like we've not gone up here. There's a place there. That honeycomb is going to be important. There's a place here. There's a little town there. Town here. God, it's like there's something here. Something here. There's a massive potato. What's with the big potato? Then again, there's just big things. Those might just be for decoration to be like, ooh, fairies. Maybe. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back next time with some more. No new notes, really. We almost got all of this, though, for the Heir of the High Queen, but we're still learning a bit about this. This is curious. I feel like the words White Titan are going to appear at some point, but all right, guys. We'll see you next time for some more Let's Play Fate Grand Order. Ciao.
Hours.